Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Young Kwenku has it all teed up, and Monday Night Primetime is underway. Return starts at the 9. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. All right, short of the market for the moment, but they've got a 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Into a crowd and intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the 49ers have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers parlay the interception into points. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Extra point by Kuhn is up and good. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing. Youngway Koo is set to kick off.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. 49ers closing in, and down he goes. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play good for 17 and a first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce. Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He's got it inside the 10. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a one-point game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked. And he's drugged down. It was a long shot after the block anyway, and they're unable to add anything on top of that touchdown.
Hey, Kate, how many times over the years have you seen an extra point miss like that, and you see the cameras pan over to, I don't know, Peyton Manning sitting on a bench, and the look of disgust he has, knowing the offense just drove down the field, did their job, and what should be...
He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got two things in mind, Kate. Number one, get the returner down, and number two, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Completed over the middle. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Yellow.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. That's good for 6 yards. They're going to have 2nd and goal now at the 3.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 5-point first-quarter lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Mahomes leads his troops to the line, going for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
43! 43!
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
49ers 7.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
McConkey's got it again. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take a slim 2-point lead.
Set to kick off.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10.
Easy.
Drive begins with Gibbs. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Trey McBride. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Jaguars into punt formation. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Looking to return from the 29. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Shotgun snap now to Willis. Taking a shot deep here. Big gain downfield. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow their early lead to 8. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the 49ers push the lead to 2 scores now.
Jaguars 12. Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Makes the tackle. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Blitz coming, Mahomes. He gets this one horn. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
3 yards.
Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the gut they go with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Garrett Williams.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. We've got the 49ers in front. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Working from the gun, it's Willis. Catch made left side by McConkey. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Throwing is Willis. Sends this to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the 49ers take a 16-point lead.
Jaguars 12. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nick Bolton has it. And the 49ers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, what better way to follow up one interception than by getting back out there and picking off another on the first play of the very next drive.
And think of all the work the offense just did on the sideline to try and recover. Okay, let's put together a good plan. Here's your adjustment. And in just one play, you flush it all down the toilet.
Throwing on 1st down, Willis. And he brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers parlay the interception into points. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers stretch the lead to 23.
Jaguars 12.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Yellow.
In off to Gibbs from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here goes 15.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's got McBride complete. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Underneath, it's Gibbs. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Hey, Ripley! Hey, I got him, man, I got him!
Third down, it's Mahomes. He put everything he had into this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Oh, he loses it on the hit, and they steal it back on the return. And Jacksonville makes a house call. Touchdown! The Jaguars fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
49ers to the line. First and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Here's Willis to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Let's go now.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
Okay,
We've set it downs from the 37.
let's go.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Willis now, third down. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the 49ers stretch the lead to 23.
Jaguars 19. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return starts at the 9. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. So it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And they get to him again. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Gets everything he has under this one. And they pick him up again! Jonte Barron has it. And the 49ers take over once again after forcing his fourth interception of the night.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
65 catch, 65 catch, cut 19, cut, ready.
Willis looking to throw. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. We got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. First down now, ball at the 33. To throw, here's Willis. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Scott slid this great note from us. It's on the turf, ball's out, he lost it! Picked up by the Jaguars. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Offense up to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, it's Gibbs. No one's around him, he's got space. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain, now down inside the 15.
It's a gain of
35 on the pickup. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. 15. Yellow, yellow.
From the red zone now. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. He had no chance out back. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. They just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick six. Wow.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. Looking slant route, complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Mahomes. Oh no, they get him yet again. Nick Bolton has it. And the 49ers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please.
And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football. Oh, fortunate stuff there. Looks like another one of the members of the return team was able to get it, so a friendly bounce. They'll retain possession.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing a lane and doing their job, but there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Look at that power, deep left side. He's got it at the 30. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off, a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and then he can do his damage. Big time.
Mahomes leads his troops to the line, going for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
56, Jaguars 27.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10.
Go.
Going to Brooks here to start the half. He dodged the tackle. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. At the 20. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the 49ers continue piling on to this lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10.
Yellow.
Gibbs now from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Yellow. Come back. That's a lie. Where's it?
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has a man on target to Thornton. Breaks free in the center of the field. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars start the second half with some needed points.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Mahomes leads his troops to the line, going for 2.
43. 43. I don't miss it. Where's it?
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
Niners 63, Jaguars 35.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. This taken from the 12. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
'49ers to the line. First and 10. They'll start this drive with Brooks. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's third down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Third and just 2 to go.
Here we go. Set. 19.
Here he is on third and short. He set up the screen. Brooks. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. This one goes for 3 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Throwing on first down, Willis. Complete out to the right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
Solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2.
Cougar 19.
Again, it's Brooks. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
60 Maverick. Go.
They go play action. Here's Willis. That one's good to McConkey. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Okay, break.
49er, first down. First and 10.
Here we go.
Running the toss here to Brooks. Got him a good handful there as it brings up second down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a first and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Brooks can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll send a receiver left. They go to him again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers tack on 7 more to their lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. From the pistol, it's Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12.
Brings up second and 12.
Pistol now for Mahomes. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Hey, 43, 43, 50, yo.
Third and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard
First and 10.
line.
It's Mahomes. He's got it inside the 25. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Gets it to him on the screen. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars continuing to fight at least. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. This one, well, it has been a rough watch for the hometown guys. Their side getting blown out as we begin the 4th. They're going down swinging. We see here getting ready for an onside kick. We're waiting for that signal, waiting. Oh, they've got it. The Jaguars recovered. First call here coming from the shotgun.
15. Yellow.
Play action, Mahomes. That is complete. McBride on the slant. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one finds Thornton. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down.
First and
10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a give to Gibbs. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Caught near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
15 yards on the play.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Jaguars. First down.
Trying to run with Gibbs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Mahomes leads his troops to the line, going for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2.
He's going to throw it. Headed out right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Garrett Williams. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. So the decision to go for 2 does result in a nice boost, Brock, but not for the team we were expecting, thanks to an alert play and a lengthy jog downfield from that defender.
Yeah, it took everybody. In order to do that and make that happen, it really was all 11 and then just a superhuman effort. You say jog, I say a sprint to glory.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
We'll give to Brooks, running right. Nice drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Vacates quickly left side. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down at the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
I I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
They're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
That's another 49er first down.
Running once more with Brooks. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Brooks on the give, headed right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On the give, it's Brooks. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates get to see the body language. They'll nod, they'll grin, they'll welcome the reinforcements every time. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fielded at the 7. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Isaac.
Start on the ground with Gibbs. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Isaac.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
That's good.
They get an even 10 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down. New set of downs for them from the 31. First down, and they go right back to it. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
It's 4th down.
They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the 49ers are going to get this kick. They're going to hang on for the win. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week, find a way to flush this, because it's just not been their kind of game.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers.